Chapter 5. Shizu's new home. After I got saved by Slimes and I stayed in his town. I'm really happy here. It feels like I'm in the place where I belong. All the people here are kind to me. Even if they are monsters, they act like humans, laugh like a human, live like a human. And I know this place is what I can call home. Lady Shizu's food is ready, Haruna said. Thank you, Haruna-san, I replied. When we arrived at the place, I ate the food they prepared. It was delicious, and with Haruna and the other goblins. They're all kind and helpful. Lady Shizu, can I ask a question? A goblina asks. Sure, but the only ones I can answer, I replied. Do you like Rimuru-sama? She asked me. I replied in shock. Yes, we want to know, Lady Shizu, Haruna said. You see, I was about to talk, but Goblina interrupted me. We won't mind if you're gonna be Rimuru's bride. Besides, you're really kind and beautiful, maybe the most beautiful in the village, a Goblina said. Wait, I said. Besides, I think Rimuru-sama likes you so much, Lady Shizu, Haruna said. Yes, a lot of goblins noticed it, even Elder Rigard, a goblin said. You'll be misunderstood something. Rimuru-san doesn't like me or anything. My face turns red. Haha, so you didn't notice, Lady Shizu, Haruna said. Notice what? I asked. Rimuru-sama is always looking at you when he has a chance, and when he does he always smiles, Haruna said with a joyful smile. Yes, that's true, and Kajin-san also told me that Lady Shizu is Rimuru-sama's destined one, the Goblina said, and then they all giggled. No, maybe you just misunderstood things. There's no way Rimuru-san will like me, I said, very embarrassed. Haha, that's not true, Lady Shizu, Haruna said. You're the most beautiful woman in this village, and you are also the kindest here, a Goblina said. That's why we won't mind if you marry Rimuru-sama, Gob said. I was very red and embarrassed for what they said. Rimuru-san won't like me. After that conversation, I walked with them. This village is something. Haruna-san, where's Rimuru-san? I asked. I hadn't seen him this morning. Haha, finding your future husband, Lady Shizu, Haruna said, teasing me. No, it's just I haven't seen him this morning. He always checks every part of the village, I said, while my voice was a little high. Just kidding, Lady Shizu. From what I heard, Rimuru-sama is out of the village, is in the cave of Vildora-sama, but some goblins said that he went into the forest in such a hurry, Haruna said. I see, but why did something happen? I asked. I don't know, Lady Shizu. Maybe something did happen. Rimuru-sama is always calm and thinking before he acts, Haruna said. Should we help him? I said with worry. You worrying too much, Lady Shizu. You don't want to be far away with Rimuru-sama, Haruna said, teasing me again. No, not like that. It's just that I'm just worried. I feel my cheeks heat up when Haruna said all this thing. Don't worry, Lady Shizu. Rimuru-sama is strong, Haruna replied, and I felt comfortable after she said those words. I don't worry this much, but why? When the topic is Rimuru-san, I just got always embarrassed, and my heart beats faster than normal. Do I like Rimuru-san? My mind is getting mixed up. And when the sun was about to set, I saw Rimuru-san with the other goblins and some ogre. After they arrived, we had a feast that night. Chapter 6. The Ogres. I went to Vildora's cave to think of what I'd do for the future, but then I remember something. The promise I made with Vildora. I immediately contacted Vildora with thought communication. Vildora, can you hear me? I asked him. You're great to hear your voice again, Kahaha, Vildora replied. There's a sudden changes and I think I will be able to release you after 2 years. Is that alright with you? I asked Vildora. Kahaha, don't worry, it's okay. I have too many sacred texts here, and Ifrit is keeping me company, so it's fine, he said proudly. Thank you for understanding, I replied to what he said, and after our conversation, Ranga contacted me. I know it's them, so I hurry up and go to their location. When I arrived there, just like the last time, the other goblins and dear wolves fall asleep while Gopta and Rigor fight Hikuro and Shion. It hurts. Gopta screams in pain. Are you alright? I asked Gopta. Rimuru-sama, did you come because we're in trouble? He asked. Yes, and it seems you don't need a potion. That wound isn't that deep, I joked around. Please, Rimuru-sama, I need some. I'm sorry for making fun of your breast, he said, and I throw some potion on his face. Ranga, fall back, you two. Rigor, they both had for me. Are you two okay? I asked. Yes, Rimuru-sama, Rigor said. I'm sorry, my lord, this happened even though I'm with them, Ranga said. It's okay, we don't all expect that you all run into ogres, I already know, but still I just ignored it. The ogre's point of view. Young lord, that mask he wears, Hikuro said. Yeah, I know he's one of those masked Majin, Benimaru said. You evil Majin, you're one of those scum who attacks our village, aren't you? Benimaru asked with anger. What are you saying? Rimuru said. Don't play dumb, I know you are one of them, and the evidence is that masked, Benimaru yelled with anger in his eyes. For the mastermind to approach us is the most convenient thing to happen, Sally said. We will kill you and avenge our village, Benimaru said. Rimuru's pav. Here we go again in the misunderstanding. Well, I can't blame them, they lose their village and loved ones after all. Like I said, I'm not one of them, I said. Then Hikuro got behind me, but I followed his moves, and he retreated from attacking me. Hey, I said it 3 times, I'm not one of the evil majors you're saying, I replied. Shut up, Benimaru said, and they all charged at me. I release some of my aura and they fall on their knees, and I throw my mask at Shuna. Take a look at that mask, I said. This mask. Elder brother, we got the wrong person, Shuna said, and Benimaru and the others regained their calm. Please forgive us, because of our desperation we attacked you and your companions, Benimaru said. Who are you exactly, Hakuro asked. Me, I'm just a slime, Rimuru the slime. I go back to my slime form, and then get back to my human form. How about we talk to my town? I'd like to hear what happened to your village, I said. But Benimaru said, but I cut off his words. It's okay, don't worry, I said, and they come with us. We got back to the village like the last time, and we were greeted by Shizue-san and Haruna. Welcome back, Rimuru-sama, Haruna said. Welcome back, Rimuru-san, Shizue said with a smile on her face. And then we go to the town and prepare a banquet. What, the orc attack the ogres? That's impossible, Kajin said. Yes, but they attack our village in the middle of the night, Benimaru said. Is that strange? Gopta said. Yes, it is. Orc is weaker than ogres, Frigurt said. They all wear armor and weapons like the humans use, Benimaru said. Orcs with armor, that's strange. How come the orcs have such weapons and protection? Kajin said. We don't know, Benimaru said. I see, that's why you're all upset, I said. I already know that happened, but I don't really want to change so much in this new timeline. Oh, Rimuru-san, Benimaru said. So what are you planning now? I asked. We will build up our strength and attack them one by one, Benimaru said. But do you know where they are? I asked, and like the last time he had no idea. How about this, you all can't stay here and be my subordinates, I said to Benimaru. But your town will get involved in our revenge, he said. No, it's most likely this town isn't safe either, I said. I will think about it, Benimaru replied. After our conversation he left and Shizue-san gave me a plate of meat. Here you go, Rimuru-san, she gave me the plate with a smile. Thank you, Shizue-san, I said and smiled back at her. Chapter 7. Drunk Shizue. The feast goes on while Benimaru head to the woods to think. The goblinas are drinking with Shizue-san, but she's already drunk. She's just really swinging her alcohol everywhere. Boy, Haruna, what happened? I asked Haruna. Rimuru-sama, you see, we give her some drink. After 3 cups she's acting like that all of a sudden, she said. Gosh, I didn't think she's weak against alcohol. She's probably gonna have a big hangover tomorrow. Report, the individual named Shizue Izawa is gonna have a very painful headache tomorrow. Thanks, Ciel, maybe create some medicine for her. Already on it, my lord. Thank you, Ciel. I put her on my back and took her to my temporary home, because my house would be built after the orc attack. Haruna and the other goblinas are with me. Then Shizue-san said something, but I didn't quite hear it. Rimuru-san, I like you so much, she said with a low voice. Rimuru didn't quite hear it, but the goblinas did. Did you say something, Shizue-san? I asked, but then she fell asleep. Haha, the goblinas giggles. Is there something funny? I asked them. Nothing, Rimuru-sama, Haruna said. What, that's a little strange, just giggling out of nowhere. Fufufu. Not you too, Ciel. Then I feel something strange. It's like someone is watching. Haruna, take Shizue-san to a safe place quickly. I said those words, and they knew something was off when I said those words. We're on it, Rimuru-sama, they said, and headed to the temporary house of mine. The other goblin riders guard my house when Haruna and the others arrived in such a hurry. Ciel, do you know who it is? Yes, my lord, it seems it's Demon Lord Ramirez. Why this didn't happen on the last timeline? It happened, my lord. When that happened you were eating last time, but now you can detect her presence. But why, what is she doing in here? It seems she wants to see if Fuldora's disappearance is real. I see, but she noticed that I felt her presence, right? Yes, my lord, she noticed. I see, so there's no point in hiding it anymore. What do you want from me or my town, Demon Lord Ramirez Valentine? I said, and she got out the back of the tree. So you notice me, you're quite powerful if you manage to detect me. She said. Well, it's not a big deal after all, Ciel helps me all the time. Yufufu, and she giggled again. I must say the way she giggled is very cute. I wouldn't say that I am, but what are you doing here? I asked. Nothing, I just want to check if that overgrown lizard is gone, she said looking at me. Well, he is gone, I said. You angered her so much, Fuldora. Kuhahaha, sorry about that, you got bothered because of what I did 300 years ago, Fuldora said. After hearing Fuldora's words, I turned back my attention to Ramirez, who is in front of me. I see, then that answers my question, so I take my leave now. For the information I get from you, I give a little information as well. There's a great danger approaching, so be careful, she said and disappeared. Well, I already know about the Orc Lord, but damn if that happens in the last timeline, maybe I fall for Ramirez back then. But I already have one wife, so it doesn't matter to me. Yufufu, you're right, master, she said happily. After that, I headed to my house. Haruna and the other goblins were guarding Shizue-san. After I got back they asked me what happened. Rimuru-sama, what happened there? They all asked me. That's a demon passing by, I said. Is it gonna be okay now? Rimuru-sama, Haruna said. Yes, it's gonna be okay now. How's Shizue-san? I asked them, and they all looked at me with fake smiles. You don't need to worry, Rimuru-sama, Haruna said, and it quite scared me. Okay, I will sleep in the other tent, I said. The goblins didn't leave, and they guarded Shizue-san until morning. Early in the morning, Shizue woke up seeing all the goblinas looking at her with a big smile on their faces. Good morning, Lady Shizue greeted me, but it was quite strange, and then I felt my head hurt so much. Ugh, my head, what happened? I asked, and they all giggled at me. You don't remember Lady Shizue? They asked me, but what happened? And then I remember what happened last night, and what I said to Rimuru-san, and my face turned red like a tomato, and the goblins all smile at me, noticing that I remembered what I said. You don't quite honest with your feelings, Lady Shizue said, teasing me. Saint, stop it, Haruna-san, I said, and then my head hurt again. Haha, here Lady Shizue handed me some medicine. Rimuru-sama made it for you, he, Gob said, making me embarrassed. Did Rimuru-san hear what I said last night? I asked, because I was quite scared. What if he heard it? Sadly, Lady Shizue, he didn't hear it, Haruna said. I feel relief. It's quite embarrassing if Rimuru-san heard it, and when I take a look at the place it's quite messy. What happened here? I asked. You did all these, Lady Shizue, you throw stuff everywhere. When I heard that I feel embarrassed, it was like I got on a rampage. I almost destroyed the walls and the roof. Chapter 8. The Ogres Part 2. After my encounter with Ramirez, I then decided to take some rest after that conversation with her. Then I am waiting for the ogres to accept my request. And then the time has come. Rimuru-sama, we decided to accept you after last night, Benimaru said to me while I was sitting on my bed. Okay, now call the others, I said, and he went outside and called them. They're all here, Rimuru-sama, Benimaru said, bowing to me. Yosh, now is a sign that you are all my subordinates. I will give you all names, I said, and they were all shocked by what they heard. The last time I named them I passed out, but now I have unlimited magical, and I need to measure how much I will give them, or this is gonna be a disaster. Naming all of us has a great risk, Shuna said. We'll accept your proposal, Rimuru-sama, Benimaru said. Okay, now your names will be Benimaru, Shuna, Shion, Sui, Hikuro, and Kurb. After I named them, they all evolved into a Kijin. We all thank you for the names you give us, Rimuru-sama, Benimaru said. After I named them I decided to hold a meeting tonight, but before that, there are things I need to do first. Ciel, how strong is the spirit that I gave to Shizue-san? By the way, I asked Ciel. The power of the fire spirit Seraphina is equal to that of the unawakened demon lord. I see, so it's gonna be stronger, am I right? I asked. Yes, master, but it needs time and training to equal the power of an awakened demon lord. Oh, I see. Is there a possibility that Shizue-san can develop a hero's egg as well? I asked Ciel. Yes, master, but it's still developing in the meantime. Well, that's good news, she's gonna be stronger, I said. After my conversation with Ciel, I headed to the house where Shizue-san lived. I decided to visit her because of what happened last night. She's drunk. When I got there I saw Shizue-san with the goblinas talking about something. Good morning, Shizue-san, I said, and they all greeted me. Good morning, Rimuru-san, Shizue said, but she's really red for some reason. Are you sick, Shizue-san? You red? I said, and put my hand on her forehead, and then she backed off a little. I am okay, Rimuru-san, haha, she said. And the goblin is all laughing quietly. If you say so, but if you feel sick just tell me, I make some medicine, I said, and then smiled at her. Why yes, of course, yeah, she said, but somewhat embarrassed about something. Okay, I'm gonna go, I just came by to check on you, I said. Then I walked towards the main building to talk about something with the Kijins. After Rimuru left, the goblinas and Shizue had a conversation. Lady Shizue really like Rimuru-sama, Haruna said. No, not like that, I'm embarrassed, I even sound weird when I talk to Rimuru-san. I had just tell Rimuru-sama already, Lady Shizue, a goblin said. About what? I asked them. About your feelings, Lady Shizue, Haruna said, and the other goblinas giggled. You don't need to be shy, lady, just be yourself, Haruna said to me, but I'm just an ordinary girl, I can't even compete with Shuna and Shion, whose beauty is really amazing. I'm just a normal girl. Be brave and don't act like that, Ciel said. Who's there? I was confused, I just heard a voice inside my head. Am I gone crazy? No, you're not, it's just your imagination, Ciel said. And I heard it again, but I decided to ignore it this time. Maybe it's just my imagination, maybe I'm still drunk, yeah, that's it. At the main building, the Kijins are all there and we all talk about what are they gonna do now. So I have some work for you all, but don't worry, it's not gonna be hard, I said and looked at all of them. Yes, Rimuru-sama, they all responded. Saoi, I want you to get some information about the orcs. Takuro, I want you to train the goblins. Benimaru watches over the training so the goblins don't run away. Shuna, I want you to make some silk so the people here have some proper clothes. Kurb, make some weapons for the fight against the orcs. And Shion, look at the process of the town building and give me the report after you visit every building. I said to them, if you asking why I didn't let them choose what are they gonna do, because Ciel doesn't want Shion to carry me everywhere. Ciel even scolded me. Yes, Rimuru-sama, we will train the goblins right away, Benimaru said, and Takuro nodded. I will take my leave and gather some information now, Sui said and disappeared. We will do our best, Shuna, Shion and Kurb said. Okay, now time to get to work, a swell work, but what I plan is to visit Valdora in the imaginary space he's in.